all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. We have made it to Friday, payday for some of you today, for sure. Some of y'all get paid bi-weekly, y'all get paid weekly. But either way, it's payday today. And also, too, y'all, let me tell you something. That Universal Epic Universe commercial, I know for some of you guys are probably like, okay, Bray, we get it. We got to go. But at this point, like, I feel like these virtual tours are so epic where that black announcer gets me so excited when he says, incredible dining and entertainment. And, it's where you can find new adventures every day. Explore the epic worlds of Universal's Epic Universe, because that's what we do. We go to epic destinations every day. So that's why I play it. So yes, it is advertising, but also too, it is such a hype video. So with that being said, welcome in everybody. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 destinations for y'all this morning. Jason Lee, as you guys know, he tried to bring Wildin' Out to his hometown in California. Well, there's an update on that. We'll get into that. The Peanuts gang, the future of them with Six Flags. There is a huge update we'll talk about. Yes, indeed, because y'all know we are theme park nerds over here. Miss Black USA, there are some rules that you may need to know about. We'll talk about that as well. Kamala Harris, oh Lord, she's got her new book, 107 Days. And there's a big passage out of that one we got to get to, because, ooh, Lord, that's some hot tea. And in addition to that, speaking of hot tea, Kelli Farrell, who has been dragging Britt Edie, her former best friend. Child, Kelli, sweetie honey peaches, I'm not saying that people are going to believe your ex-husband, but they might be opening to listen to him, because what are you doing? We'll talk about you. Kanye West is back in the news, as you guys remember, the Donda Academy allegations that I keep repeating, right? About, telling two kids, I want to shave your heads and lock you in cages. And, he relieved himself during a horticultural meeting and said very anti-Semitic, derogatory, and just downright disgraceful comments that got his basketball team out for basketball tourney. Well, there's a huge update on that Donda Academy lawsuit that we'll get into. Memphis, y'all are known for civil rights history. I need you to remember that, because you have something coming your way unnecessarily, I might add. We'll get to that. And then finally, Brat+Judy. Where's the new damn season of Brat+Judy on WeTV? Okay? But in the meantime, between time, this story made me laugh. I know it'll make you laugh. Plus, positive news stories. We got some theme park positivity at the end of the show. But you got to stick around for that. With that being said, higher is waiting. Low is available. But either way, we are live on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And one thing to know, and two things for sure, that over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Rolling.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you started it out right. But whatever you do, the daylight. And a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen, Moonves, and to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are absolutely right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to each and every single one of you. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do, because we have 8, count them, 8 destinations for you all this morning. Hopefully your mornings go well, is 8 minutes past the hour here on the East Coast. It's 10 a.m. down south. So good morning to everybody. Yes, indeed. All right, let's get to it. Gotta talk about Jason Lee. Gotta talk about him. Here we go. From SF Gate. California Vice Mayor accused of giving $50,000 to Wild 'N Out. He is now suing. Or now he's suing. So Stockton city leader and entertainer is asking for more than $25,000 in apology from the city, alleging that officials damaged his reputation and discriminated against him. This is reminding me when Dr. Oz tried to run for a Senate seat, and he was making like $20 million a year on the Dr. Oz show, allegedly. Okay. And he had to give up his talk show because the government felt like that was payola. He can just talk about his Senate anytime he wants to on his show. And you running Hollywood Unlocked while doing this. If you didn't run for office, I don't think this would have happened. So just keep that. But could you not have just said, hey, listen, can I be the chair of entertainment for my hometown? That would have solved all this. But hey, let's roll on. Jason Lee, Vice Mayor of Stockton, a former reality television, was now accused by the former city manager of being tied to an unauthorized $50,000 payment made to comedy show Wild 'N Out. Emails viewed by SF Gate Show. Lee has previously appeared on the show as a recurring cast member and participated in the live tour version of the show, which was held on May 24th at the Memphis Health Arena. Wild 'N Out is a long-running hip-hop influenced comedy show hosted by television personality Nick Cannon, in which comedians rap, battle, and improvise against each other. The vice mayor also founded Hollywood Unlocked, a multi-platform interview with celebrity news and interviews, including of Cannon. That's Jason Lee. This is the MAGA trollop, Amber Rose right there. Okay, there we go. Just gonna roll on there. The controversy reached a head when in early August, Stockton's former interim city manager, Steve Conginello, announced that his office had launched an internal investigation into $50,000 of public funds taken from a risk mitigation fund without his knowledge or approval. Conginello said investigators are looking into how the funds were approved, who was involved, and whether any of the city's policies were violated. Conginello's contract as the interim manager expired on August 9th. Let's keep going here. Conginello appeared to be referring to Lee in the news release as a sitting council member with ties to the event promoters. This investigation comes after serious concerns about the appropriateness of his involvement, Conginello stated. In an email to SFK, Walter Mosley, Lee's attorney, accused the city of insinuating that Lee was responsible for misusing the funds. Mosley alleges the city orchestrated a systematic character as nation campaign, rather. I was about to say as nation plot, but as nation campaign against Lee and call the investigation a political witch hunt. Lee's attorney said the vice mayor was involved in approving, authorizing, or processing the $50,000 payment. He said Tina McCarthy, director of Stockton's Economic Development Department, gave the final approval of using $50,000 in public funds. Email obtained by SFK shows McCarthy approved the funds in May as a part of an effort to prevent any losses to the arena and host more events with the promoter in the future. Lee has addressed the accusations several times in social media posts, calling them beyond disappointed. A few weeks ago, I got tipped off that there was conspiracy brewing, claims that I'm calling out to Stockton to influence decisions so Nick Cannon, my friends, and I can profit, Lee said in an Instagram post. Let's be clear, Nick and the Wild 'N Out team came to Stockton as a favor to me to turn the city up and prove we deserve world-class partnerships like Nick with Michaels at 5120 Entertainment. Since the investigation was launched, Lee's lawyer said Stockton City Attorney Lori Assumption a letter on August 22nd with several demands. Lee asked the city to retract the statements made against him, clarify that the accusations were false, and issue an apology. Mosley said in the email. Lee believes that the accusations were part of a retaliatory campaign against him because he raised questions about the city's finances. The letter said, as a part of the damages, Lee is asking city officials to impose policies that would help prevent future retaliation against elected officials exercising oversight duties, Mosley said. Mosley told SFK that the city had 10 court days or until September 8th to respond to Lee's August 22nd letter, but they agreed to extend the deadline. Mosley said Assumption sent him an email September 4th acknowledging his initial letter. The two are waiting for a special counsel to respond. Now that the deadline has been extended, he expects to hear from the special counsel next week. The investigation of the Wild 'N Out payment also comes amid growing tensions between Lee and city officials. Lee revealed in June that he nearly resigned, saying that serving in City Hall has been the most toxic experience of his life. Ooh, more toxic than working at Hollywood Unlocked, where you're talking about other people for a check. Just keeping the buck, okay? And that's just tongue in cheek, because, like I said, it's easy to do celebrity news and stuff because that's fun, but being responsible it ain't all it's cracked up to be, right? There's weight to that. Startana report that month, Lee also called for an investigation into the city's diversity, equity, and inclusion funds, asking for an expansion of the programs and more transparency. KCRA reported the debate led to a heated exchange between Lee and Stockton Mayor Christina Fugazi during a council meeting. The city manager's office did not respond to SFK's request for comment by time publication. In another email after the event, Jason Perry, the manager of ASM Global, the venue and management an event management company called the event a success, but said it still took a $170,000 loss. The event was provided $157,249.61, which included $50,000 from the risk mitigation fund. Perry's email shows. In addition to the damages related to the allegedly defamatory statements against Lee, his attorney also said that he believes there's clear evidence of racial discrimination highlighted by an August 8th email shared by SF Gate from Lee to Fugazi. In the email, Lee alleged that he and another council member were publicly ridiculed during city council meetings for a Brown Act violation, while Janella, who is white, was treated differently. Was deeply troubled as a stark contrast to treatment. Council member Enriquez and I were publicly lambasted, ridiculed during council meetings, and accused publicly before any independent investigation had concluded. Lee wrote in the email to Fugazi, Mr. Janelle, by contrast, received a private reminder. The distinction between these responses is extremely evident. I am an African American. Council member Enriquez is Latino. We are both members of the LGBTQIA+ community, both of which are protected classes under Title VII. Mr. Janelle is Caucasian, does not fall into these protected categories. Shortly after Lee formally requested the damages from the city, he also made statements on social media accusing city officials of making baseless attacks. At City Hall, some may try to hijack those words and turn them into a joke. Some may try intimidation and false allegations, but I know who I am. I know who I serve. I know the direction I'm headed, Lee said on Facebook. So, first of all, a lot going on there. Give me one moment, y'all. Yes, indeed there. So here's the thing, right? Like I said before, could he have been like the, head of entertainment for Stockton? Absolutely. I think that while Jason Lee may have wanted to, be the vice mayor of his hometown, very noble goal, I think there's always a way to do it, right? So if you want to be about diversity, equity, inclusion through the power of entertainment and entrepreneurship, I think there could have been a role made for him. Just keep it a buck. Because when you, mix in what you do with Hollywood Unlocked and government, is giving conflict of interest because you're a public figure who is also in government. But hey, we have a dumbass for president, so I guess anybody can be in government, I guess, at this point. But I think Jason Lee probably should have just did like an entertainment position. Honestly, I think that's what probably should have happened. So, speaking of entertainment, from Six Flags Entertainment Corporation, here's the press release here. Six Flags Entertainment and Peanuts Worldwide extend licensing agreement to 2030. Now, for those of you who may not know, the agreement was going to end this year on the last day of the year, but here we go. This came out September 10th from Charlotte, North Carolina. Six Flags Entertainment Corporation, North America's largest regional amusement resort operator, today, or September 10th, announced that it has extended its licensing agreement Peanuts Worldwide for another 5 years. The new agreement extends Six Flags' position as the exclusive amusement park partner for Peanuts in North America. The agreement also includes in-park entertainment and sports, food and beverage retail operations, and exclusive Peanut merchandise to December 31st, 2030, ensuring that millions of park guests at Knott's Berry Farm, Carowinds, Cedar Point, Kings Island, Kings Dominion, Dorney Park, Canada's Wonderland, California's Great American, Michigan's Adventure Valley Fair, and Worlds of Fun will continue to experience and connect with the iconic Peanuts characters. We are proud to extend our long-standing partnership with Peanuts, which has delivered so much fun and cherished memories to our guests, said Christian Dickman. I think that's how you say it. Six Flags Chief Commercial Officer. Both of our brands are built on bringing families together and creating one-of-kind experiences and emotional connections. The renewed relationship between Six Flags and Peanuts Worldwide will enable both companies to enhance and extend their brands with themed areas, live entertainment, merchandise, and games. It's exciting to see how the Legacy Cedar Fair parks have introduced our beloved Peanuts characters to new generations of kids over the years, and this renewed partnership with Six Flags will ensure we expand those connections in authentic and meaningful ways, said Tim Erickson, Executive Vice President for Peanuts Worldwide. The company's collaboration with Peanuts dates back to the early 80s when Knott's Berry Farm in Southern California opened up the first Camp Snoopy. Since then, the Legacy Cedar Fair parks have made significant investments to introduce Charlie Brown, Snoopy, and the rest of the Peanuts gang to guests of all ages. Earlier this year, Carowinds unveiled 2 new family-friendly attractions at Camp Snoopy as part of the largest investment family attractions in the park's history, a new large roller coaster and interactive raft ride. These additions, alongside splash play zones and a meet-and-greet experience with Peanuts costume characters, offer more spots for families to cool off and interact with Snoopy, Charlie Brown, and the entire Peanuts gang. In addition, the park introduced Camp Snoopy Bird Watchers Club, featuring augmented reality AR-based games for the whole family. And then last year, Kings Island expanded its award-winning kids area with the addition of a new adventure play space, Camp Snoopy, featuring the park's newest roller coaster, Snoopy's Soapbox Racers. Also debuting last year was Beagle Scout Acres, a shaded nature-themed play area where kids and their families are able to explore and play on their own turf mounds, grassy areas filled with camping equipment. So, with that being said, congratulations on this, agreement that's going to be extended for 5 years. Now, of course, the if you're wondering about the Looney Tunes licensing, Looney Tunes Six Flags license. If you're wondering about that, here's how long they have it. They have that at least until 2053. Okay? 2053. 2053. Can you imagine? We're already in 2025. 2053. That means life. Okay? Now, I'm going to just say this, and I'm saying it from the standpoint of if something broke with Looney Tunes, right? And if I'm Warner Brothers Discovery, right? For those of you who may or may not know, Universal has the theme park rights to Harry Potter. Harry Potter is through Warner Brothers Discovery, right? And here's the thing, Universal really doesn't have a lot of, cartoons like that. They got Woody Woodpecker, right? They used to have Oswald, but Oswald's back at Disney. But I have a feeling that if Universal really wanted the Looney Tunes, even though this deal is supposed to last till 2053, there's got to be some clauses in there that Six Flags is maximizing the Looney Tunes characters. Now, in terms of Looney Tunes merchandise, they are booming. Like, you see Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and Porky Pig and all of them on so much merchandise. But the Looney Tunes characters not really out there in terms of new movies and TV shows. I think the last TV show I remember was the Looney Tunes show where, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck lived in a modern town with humans and stuff. It was on Cartoon Network. It was a brilliant show. But I think Warner Bros. Discovery needs to invest more in Looney Tunes. And I think Six Flags needs to become the theme park brand of the fans and hire fans like myself, like Florentin, like Phil Mecker, and other people to give Six Flags an energy, because Universal, they're whooping ass right now because they are recognizing kids grow up. Disney is losing because they don't recognize that kids grow up, and they are allergic to creativity by running everybody else's race and not focusing on their own. Six Flags being the biggest regional entertainment operator, they have parks all over the country, which actually helps Universal and Disney, because guess what? If you can't get to Disneyland or Universal Studios Hollywood, you can't get to Walt Disney World or Universal Land Resort. There's a park in your neighborhood. So Six Flags is a very pivotal thing, because if Six Flags goes away, And I know a lot of people was like, well, Six Flags should shut down, this and that, the third. Let me tell you something. If Six Flags shut down, then are you really going to be traveling to California on the West Coast or Orlando on the East Coast every year? No, you're not. So then guess what? Those places will stagnate a little bit because now everybody has the money to keep going every day, and you can only do so much from your own state. And tourism dollars are bigger than the local dollars, okay? So Six Flags having these regional parks actually helps the theme park industry move about. And don't forget Herschel Entertainment, along with Silver Dollar City and Dollywood as well. And then don't forget Merlin Entertainments with Legoland, right? So there's a lot going on there. But congratulations to Six Flags there for that development right there with Peanuts. All right. More Brainley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. Shout out to rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years. On to the next 25 years. Here we go. Miss Black USA reveals 7 must-know rules for 2026 crown. Pageant dub HBCU a pageantry sets strict requirements for magical queens. Miss Black USA has unveiled the eligibility requirements for its 2026 competition, establishing clear parameters for women who dream of joining the pageant's prestigious legacy. Since 1987, the organization has positioned itself as the premier platform for women of color, recently earning recognition through appearances on the Sherry Shepherd Show, while maintaining its reputation as the HBCU pageantry. The pageant's mission extends far beyond traditional beauty standards, emphasizing the magic that women of color bring to every corner of society. This philosophy shapes both the competition format and the stringent eligibility criteria designed to identify exceptional candidates who can represent the organization's values on a national stage. Number 1, age requirements create specific window for contestants. Prospective contestants must fall within a carefully defined age range that balances youthful energy with mature perspective. Applicants must be at least 18 years old but cannot exceed 27 years old of age by the date they are selected to compete in the national competition. This age restriction ensures that contestants possess the legal capacity to enter binding agreements while maintaining the vitality and reliability that audiences expect from pageant representatives. The upper age limit 27 creates urgency for potential applicants who may be approaching this threshold. The age requirement also allows the pageant's focus on developing the next generation leaders who can grow into their roles over time. Contestants within this age range typically possess enough life experience to handle immediate responsibilities, remain flexible enough to embrace the personal growth opportunities that come with the town. Now, there are Black pageants that, they have 40, 50, 60-year-olds, right? So those are specialty pageants, and those pageants matter as well. Just giving context, conjecture, and connection there. Okay. Number 2, educational standards require educational standards demand high school completion. All contestants must demonstrate successful completion of high school education, establishing a baseline educational requirement that reflects the pageant's emphasis on intelligence and academic accomplishment. This requirement ensures that title holders can articulate thoughts clearly and serve as positive role models for young people. The high school graduation requirement acknowledges that education serves as a foundation for the critical thinking skills necessary to address complex social issues during contestants' reign. Miss Black USA winners often speak at schools and community events where educational credibility becomes essential. This standard also reinforces the organization's commitment to promote academic achievement within communities of color, where educational attainment can open doors to opportunities and economic advancement. By requiring this credential, the pageant signals its values to potential applicants and their communities. Now, I totally get that. But there's also people that they have had life happen to them, right? And they still got their GED. So I do believe as long as somebody got their high school diploma, their GED, as long as they have finished an education and they can articulate their thoughts, I think that should matter too. But hey, this is Miss Black USA's rules, okay? So I'm just reading them. Now, this is interesting, okay? Because there are people who are, who are in relationships, right? Okay. And there are some young mothers out here. So let's talk about this. Number 3, Relationship status must remain single and childless. Contestants must be single, never married, and have no children at the time of application and throughout their potential reign. This traditional pageant requirement allows title holders to dedicate their full attention to the demanding schedule of appearances, travel, and advocacy work. The marital status restriction reflects the historical expectations of pageant competitions, where winners were serve as available role models who can relate to young unmarried women in their audiences. This requirement also prevents potential conflicts between family obligations and pageant responsibilities. The childless requirement ensures that contestants can commit extensive travel and irregular schedules without compromising parental responsibilities. Miss Black USA winners often participate in events across the country, making this availability crucial for fulfilling their duties effectively. I get everything they're saying, but also too, in the same token, I do think it is quite noble that a woman is able to showcase that, hey, a Miss Black USA can find love, right? That she can have a good husband or a good wife, that she can have good kids. So I get the requirement for being available, but also too, I don't think that this should be a big thing, because if she is that good, you guys will make the arrangements, because that's what y'all are supposed to do. Just my opinion. Gender identity specifications follow traditional standards. The competition requires contestants to be natural-born females, maintain traditional pageant standards while the broader pageant industry continues evolving on gender identity issues. This requirement reflects the organization's current position on contestant eligibility regarding biological sex. This specification clears up clear boundaries for application reviewers and eliminates potential confusion during the selection process. The requirement aligns with many established pageant systems that maintain similar standards for their competitions. The organization stands on this issue, positions Miss Black America within the ongoing national conversation about gender identity and competitive settings, particularly in contests traditionally designed for cisgender women. Now, I do know that I think it was Miss America also had the same. Also had the same standards, and people, they lost it. We had a conversation on to collab about it, and there were a lot of people that had a lot to say, right? But also understand, Miss USA is a miss, right? But also too, that doesn't mean that the LGBTQIA plus community doesn't have their own pageants either, and everybody should be recognized, right? So I just wanted to say that as well. Number 5, citizenship and residency establish American connection. All contestants must be United States citizens who currently reside within American borders, ensuring that winners can effectively represent American communities of color both domestically and internationally. This requirement also simplifies legal and tax implications associated with prize packages and appearance fees. The citizenship requirement ensures that title holders understand American cultural context and can speak authentically about experiences facing women of color in the United States. This knowledge becomes crucial when addressing social issues or representing the organization at residency requirements allow the organization to verify contestants' backgrounds more easily, ensuring that winners remain accessible for appearances within reasonable geographic ranges. The standard also prevents logistical complications that might arise from international travel restrictions or work authorization issues. Number 6, health standards ensure performance readiness. Contestants must demonstrate excellent physical and mental health, acknowledging the demanding nature of pageant competition and the sequential range responsibilities. This requirement protects both the organization and contestants by ensuring that participants can handle the stress and physical demands of competition. The health requirement covers both obvious physical capabilities needed for stage performance and the mental resilience necessary to handle public scrutiny, media attention, the pressure of representing an organization. Pageant life can be emotionally challenging, making mental health particularly important. The standard also ensures that winners can maintain their energy levels during extensive travel schedules, public appearances, and the various physical demands of mountain dancing stage performances throughout their reign. I'm just going to say this, even though they got to be single, that don't mean they can't have a release, okay? I'm just saying. A happy Miss Black USA is a happy Miss Black USA for everybody else. Okay, listen. Man or woman. Okay, get that release, Miss Black USA. All right. Finally, number 7, the application process includes strict exclusions and timeline. The competition excludes employees, officers, directors, and agents of Miss Black USA pageant, of course, along with their family members, household residents from participating, because that is conflict of interest. You don't want somebody to, let's just say your niece, even though she's beautiful and she could be great. You don't want anybody to say, oh, well, she won because she was the niece of somebody, right? So this policy prevents conflicts of interest and ensure fair competition among all applicants. The application review process follows a structured timeline where initial materials are evaluated within 2 weeks. Final decisions are rendered within 30 days of receiving complete applications. This timeline provides clarity and actions for applicants, while allowing thorough evaluation. Candidates applicants are specifically instructed not to contact an organization about application status unless 30 days has passed without communication, demonstrating the high volume of applications and the need for organized process procedures. The Miss Black USA 2026 competition represents an opportunity for eligible women to join a legacy of accomplished leaders who have used their platforms to create positive change in communities across America. So there you go. Now, I will say this, right? I think their rules are their rules. It has kept them in the spotlight, and the fact that we still have a Miss Black USA competition pageant with everything going on in the world, like, kudos to them. Now, I will say this, right? I think that pageants are changing to maybe not so much be about the physical, but about the mental, and I do like that evolution. And I do think that anytime we can celebrate the good of women, why not? I'm sure there's male pageants too. I don't know if I would win a male pageant because, for one, my mouth. But also, too, I think I could win because of my personality too. I hold it down. I think my talent will probably be motivational speaking or hosting. I'll probably play Family Feud, or host Family Feud as my talent, right? So there you go. There more Brainley's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here, right now. Once again, rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years on to the next 25. Kamala Harris blasts Biden team, explosive new book. Let's get to it. Former Vice President Alicia's scathing criticism of President's inner circle and candid memoir about 2024 campaign. Kamala Harris has dropped a political bombshell revelations from a memoir that delivered devastating criticism of Joe Biden, his inner circle, marking a dramatic departure from her previously loyal public stance toward her former boss. Now, Hunter Biden said that Kamala Harris should be president. Hopefully that doesn't change Hunter Biden's point of view, but then again, we gotta remember that this is her perspective, okay? But it does raise questions, Kamala, because you were 10 toes down, okay? Joe Biden, okay? So let's keep going. The former president pulls no punches in 107 days. Her tell-all account of the turbulent 2024 presidential race that ended with her narrow defeat to 47. Harris abandons the diplomatic language that defined her tenure, instead offering brutal assessments of the decision that she now believes cost Democrats the White House. Her most damning accusation centers on what she characterizes as the reckless handling of Biden's re-election decision. Harris argues that allowing the aging president to make such a consequential choice independently represent a catastrophic failure of political judgment that ultimately doomed their party's chances. The loyalty trap that backfired. Harris described how Democratic leaders fell into a dangerous pattern of deference that prioritized personal relationships over national interests. She reveals how party insiders repeatedly claim the same mantra about respecting Biden's autonomy, creating now what she views as a collective delusion that blinds them to reality. The former vice president argues that the stakes demanded more aggressive intervention from party leaders who understood the electoral challenges ahead rather than treating Biden's decision as purely personal. Harris contends that Democratic officials should have recognized their responsibility to guide the process more directly. Her criticism extends beyond the decision itself to encompass what she describes as a toxic dynamic within Biden's inner circle that actively undermined her effectiveness. Harris alleges that the president's advisors viewed her rise in popularity as a threat rather than an asset, creating internal conflicts that weaken both leaders. Now, there were rumors of this, but we didn't know this until #right now. Behind the scenes sabotage revealed. The memoir exposes what Harris characterizes as systematic efforts by Biden seemed to diminish her profile influence. She claims that staffers actively worked against her interests, failed to defend her against criticism while simultaneously denying her opportunities to demonstrate her capabilities. Harris provides specific examples of this alleged sabotage, including her assignment to handle Central American immigration issues. She argues that when Republicans successfully branded her as the border czar, Biden's communication team offered no support in correcting the mischaracterization or highlight her actual accomplishments. The former vice president suggests that Biden's advisors fundamentally misunderstood political dynamics, failing to recognize that her success would have enhanced rather than threatened the president's standing. She argues that given widespread concerns about Biden's age, demonstrating her competence should have been a priority for his team. Okay. Right here. The age question that haunted campaign. Harris acknowledged one of the most sensitive aspects of the Biden presidency by acknowledging how age affected his performance while defending his overall competence. She draws distinctions between fiscal limitations and mental capacity, arguing that fatigue rather than cognitive decline explained Biden's most problematic moments. The memoir provides insider perspective on the disastrous debate performance that ultimately ended Biden's candidacy. Harris attributes the failure to exhaustion from excessive travel rather than fundamental incapacity, knowing the debate occurred after back-to-back European trips and a West Coast fundraiser. Her defense of Biden's mental abilities come with important caveats about political reality. Harris emphasizes that regardless of actual competence, but perceptions about age create insurmountable electoral challenges that require more proactive management from his team. Campaign missteps and missed opportunities. The former vice president takes responsibility for her own critical errors during the abbreviated campaign, particularly her failure to differentiate herself from Biden's record. She reveals how preparation sessions and vice recommendations could overcome her instinct for loyalty when faced with direct questions about policy differences. Harris described the haunting impact of her response on The View when asked what she would have done differently than Biden. Despite extensive preparation and encouragement from top aides to great distance, she maintained that nothing came to mind, providing 47's campaign with devastating ammunition. The memoir suggests that her loyalty became a liability that prevented necessary political positioning. Harris indicates that her commitment to Biden ultimately neither served her campaign nor the broader Democratic cause, creating a trap that she struggled to escape throughout the race. Relationship dynamics and personal tensions. Harris provides unprecedented insights into her complex relationship with Biden, tracing their connection from her friendship with his late son Beau through the dramatic moments of their political partnership. She acknowledges both the positive aspects of their collaboration and the underlying tensions that emerge over time. The memoir reveals how their relationship evolved from the confrontational moment during the 2019 primary presidential debate over school busing to their eventual partnership in the White House. Harris suggests that unresolved issues from that earlier conflict continue to influence their dynamic throughout their time in office. Personal insights receive attention alongside policy disagreements, including Harris' observation about Biden's farewell address timing. She notes that the president weighed nearly 9 minutes into his 11-minute overall Oval Office speech right before mentioning her, suggesting that even ceremonial moments reflected in their strained relationship. Political future remains uncertain. The memoir's publication coincides with ongoing speculation about Harris' political ambitions following her decision not to seek California governorship in 2026. While she has left the door open to another presidential campaign, sources close to Harris suggest her electoral career may have concluded. The book represents another chapter of the complicated history between Harris and Biden that has defined both of their recent political trajectories. The partnership produced significant policy achievements while generating internal tensions that ultimately contributed to Democratic electoral defeats. Harris' willingness to break with traditional post-administration discretion signals a new phase in Democrat policies where loyalty to our leaders no longer guaranteed silence about their failures. The memoir's revelations may influence how future campaigns handle similar challenges involving aging candidates and internal party dynamics as Democrats assess lessons from their 2024 defeat. Harris's insider account provides crucial perspective on decisions that shaped the campaign's trajectory. Her criticism of Biden and his team offers a roadmap for understanding how internal conflicts can undermine even experienced political operations when stakes reach their highest levels. Wow. So what do I think about this destination? Ciao. I can tell you this much. I know that the 47 administration is picking up copies. They are probably sending out aides like, listen, I can go because I work for him, but I need you to go pick up that book. And I'm sure that on her book tour, she will give more. While this could be detrimental, also too in the same token, like it is what it is. In every president, vice presidential partnership and relationship, there's going to be good times and bad. So I'm not surprised by that. I think what's surprising about this is the magnitude, right, of how, bad this got. So yeah. Woo, child. Speaking of how bad things have gotten, Kelli Farrell. From the Jasmine brand, rower star Kelli Farrell ordered to stay away from neighbor after allegedly entering woman's property without permission. Rower star Kelli Farrell ordered to stay away from neighbor after allegedly entering woman's property without permission. Rower star Kelli Farrell ordered to stay away from neighbor after allegedly entering woman's property without permission. Kelli Farrell is the Robin Dixon of Atlanta. Because you know what Robin Dixon did when she responded to Kayne show? She's like, I'm selling my baseball hats over here. I'm happy here. Bitch, no, you're not. You got clocked and you don't like it that you got handled disrespectfully as you deserved to. Okay? This is the same woman that did not like a joke about Robin and Juan at the Bravos. And Giselle was like, can you take that joke out? No, Robin's a public figure. It comes with the territory. Let's roll on. Kelli Farrell recently found herself in a little bit of legal trouble. According to court documents obtained by U.S. Weekly, shout out to them, Madula Cash, a neighbor of Kelly's, was granted a temporary protective order against the row of peach holder. The TPO was put out in place following an incident on August 9th where Kelly allegedly entered Cash's private patio through a locked gate in a violent manner. Cash said Kelly, accompanied by others, made erratic verbal threats and had to be physically restrained and removed from the property. The court has ordered Kelly to stay at least 30 yards away from Cash. Kelly's team responded, claiming since the announcement of Kelly's involvement with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Ms. Cash has engaged a concerning pattern of behavior directed at Kelly and her family. A hearing to determine whether the order should be permanent is scheduled for September 22nd. So in 10 days. So here's the thing, right? We don't know the situation. Maybe it was, that family talked to Kelly about her family, this, that, and the third. Either way, the fact that you dragged Brittany Edie saying she broke, that's why she did a lawsuit, this, that, and the third, and she went through her Bravo investigation. She wasn't found for anything, and this, that, and the third, and you wanted to not have her be your friend no more. Ain't this about a bitch? Karma spinning the block. What goes around, goes around, goes around, goes around, comes back around, back around. You're looking like thirsty toxicity. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all, because honestly, tell you the truth, Kelly, this is probably what Britt Edie wants to say to you, okay? Roll it.
Good morning, TikTok. Can I have your attention, please? Girl, are you ticking? Are you talking? Because knowledge is knocking. Then I want to talk to you real quick about ignoring a bitch. Oh, there's power in turning the other cheek. Now, I'm going to tell you something. One thing about people that like to throw shade, you don't fight shade with shade. The only thing that overrides and destroys the shade is the sunlight. See, your light gotta be so bright that you keep that bitch where they belong, in the shadows, the dark. The bitch is invisible, and we don't see you, girl. See, you don't go back and forth with a person that's hating on you, because when you do that, you become just like them, a weak bitch. So the next time they mention your name in a status, or your name come up in a conversation, don't respond because you're too high to look that low. We can't go back and forth with people that we can't reach and that's not on our level. We not sitting at the same table eating the same meals.
That's what Britt Edie is saying to your ass right now, heifer. Okay, that's exactly what you want to say. Kelly crashing out. Baby, she got a lot going on, girl. Yeah, Roll needs a better cast. Recast Roller, please. Somebody don't want Kelly on the show. First, it was her devious ex-husband. Now it's a problem with the neighbor. It's looking like she's the problem, or maybe it's just her. Hello, hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Shout out to Taylor Swift. But in this case, hello, hi, You're the problem, it's you. Child, Kelli. In the words of Maurice Scott, lay there, roll over, and take it. Speaking of somebody lay there, rolling over, and taking it, this ninja right here, who said he almost killed his daughter. Oh, y'all don't believe me? Y'all don't believe me? Okay, all right. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, because I played this clip before. I really don't mind playing it. I just don't, because I think it needs to be known. I think it needs to be known. I think it needs to be known. By the way, shout out to Shards Reality. Great content creator. Shout out to her.
My mom saved my life. It would have been because my dad was too busy. We love you, Kayne. We love you, Kayne.
Let's get back to our destination, shall we? For me, takeout.com. Kanye was ordered, okay, to sit for Donda Academy lawsuit deposition. A Los Angeles judge has ruled that Kanye West must appear in person for a deposition within the next 30 days as a part of an ongoing lawsuit filed by a former employee of his Donda Academy. The decision comes after multiple delays in getting Kanye to answer questions under oath. Well, I'm sure Sneeko is sucking off his dick right now, probably. Moving on. The lawsuit filed in April of 24 by Trevor Phillips painted a troubling picture of life inside Kanye's private school. Phillips claims he worked at the academy and says Kanye frequently shared anti-Semitic views with staff. He also alleged that Kanye once suggested shaving students' heads and even talked about building a jail on the school grounds. Yeah, he actually did that. He also relieved himself during a whole cultural meeting. You can figure out what relieving yourself is. He also did not want to have any cleaning products at all. So mold, mildew, also to condensation, rain came in, so electrical fires. Got his basketball tourney where the NBA players had to step up for Kanye because he stooped down so low. And by the way, when I said Sneeko is sucking his dick, that means he's being a slave to Kanye and just defending him in any and everything. That's what I mean, okay? Good damn. You saw the thumbnail. You know my voice is damn it. You know why you're here. Because I keep it real. Okay? Good damn. Moving on. Phillips further accuses the musician of betraying and bullying black employees, including himself. His suit lists harassment, discrimination, and the creation of a hostile work environment among its claims. Phillips is seeking monetary damages for what he describes as mistreatment during his time at the school. Despite repeated attempts by Phillips' legal team to get Kanye to sit, questioning each order reportedly fell through. The judge order now sets a firm deadline, meaning West will finally have to face Phillips' attorneys and answer questions directly. Kanye, you next on trial. We need to get Donda Academy lawsuit trial. That's what we need. Because you showed your black ass up to Diddy's trial. thinking you were gonna do something. You up next, partner. You up next, partner. You are up next, partner. I hope Mr. Phillips takes him for every fucking thing he's got. I really do. I hope Kanye goes broke. Yep, sure the fuck do. Kanye West is the black male version of thirsty toxicity. I said it. Speaking of the male version of thirsty toxicity, here's the white male version of thirsty toxicity. 47 says he'll send National Guard to Memphis to address crime concerns. And by the way, y'all, this right here, a lantern fly, was right there next to him. Y'all, right there. You see that? That's a whole lantern fly next to the president. Y'all, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up, child. From New York, President 47 said he'll send the National Guard to Memphis to address crime concerns there with the support of the mayor and the governor. 47 Republicans said on Fox News Channel, the mayor is very happy. The governor is happy about the pending employment. The mayor's a Democrat, the governor's a Republican. He said the city is deeply troubled. We're going to fix it just like we did Washington, where he sent National Guard and surge law enforcement. Troop movements where President 47 has sent or has talked about sending Guard troops to cities. So the dark green has been sent troops, and then the light green is considering sending troops. So sent troops to Los Angeles. That was found to be illegal. Sent troops to Washington, but he's considering sending troops to New York, to Baltimore, to Chicago, to Memphis, to New Orleans, Louisiana. Let Bartolo relay that the good times roll, baby. Oakland, San Francisco, and Portland. Okay, those are where he's considering sending troops. Since sending the National Guard to Los Angeles and Washington, 47 has openly mused about sending troops to some of the nation's most democratic cities, including Chicago and Baltimore, claiming they are needed to crack down on crime. Rather, 47 said he would have preferred to go to Chicago, where local politicians had fiercely resisted his plans, but he suggested it was a hostile place with professional agitators. Not somebody suggesting that Chicago is a hostile place where he's a hostile person and he's got professional agitators of MAGA causing havoc, destruction, and toxicity, like thirsty toxicity. Oh my God. 47 first deployed troops to Los Angeles in early June over Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom's objections by putting the California National Guard under federal jurisdiction known as South 10 to protect federal property over protests over immigration raids. Besides 40,000 Guard troops, 47 later sent 700 active duty Marines, and California sued over the intervention. The Guard went on to help protect officers during immigration arrests. Meanwhile, the unique status of the District of Columbia National Guard, 47 is its commander-in-chief. Meanwhile, means he's been able to use it for anything from armed guards to trash cleanup without any legal issues, because it's on the state, not the federal, or legal restrictions on law enforcement don't come into effect. Child, like I said, everybody had one fucking job on November 4th. But nope. When flies don't even like the president, we got problems. Okay? We got problems. We got problems. Okay? Okay. Now, want to watch this video from a man, this is fair and balanced, rather, right? And this brother is great. He works on Ring of Fire. I just saw this video here. I'm taking a break from Ring of Fire. I'm guessing he's going to be focusing more here. And by the way, he's at 926,000 subscribers. So he is almost at 930, which means he's getting close to 1 million views on his own platform. Shout out to him. Let's watch this. As you can see, ICE calls off raid after being overwhelmed by protesters. You know what? Let me see. Let me see this. Hang on. You know, I guess like, whoa, hang on. Hey, wait a minute. I just saw a clip about Charlie Kirk here. Y'all, I think that, yeah, it was a clip from MSNBC that had 999,000 views, which means almost 500,000 views, but that's neither here nor there. Let's see here. I guess ICE I guess this is how ICE got handled by the protesters.
Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know, if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side, I would have been. Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you were at your wit's end? That is my point of view. Because my point of view in the Easter story is relational. Come out the closet and stop keeping a secret and let the world know, if it had not been for the Lord that was on my side, I would have been. Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where everything was overwhelming and you were at your wit's end? That is my point of view.
Yes, indeed. Good Lord Jesus. That clip will never get old. So with that being said, let's watch this clip from Fair and Bounce. Here we go.
This has been a very challenging and trying and tragic and just downright horrible week altogether. So here's some good news. This week in upstate New York, in Rochester, a group of about 100 protesters was able to shut down an ICE raid where ICE showed up at an area where you had I guess a bunch of migrants, maybe, we're not sure, right? But ICE showed up as these people were installing a new roof on a building. They weren't out there committing gang violence, right? Like this administration tells us all the time, we're getting all these bad, they're horrible people, they're the worst of the worst. They're roofers. Right? They're helping people. They're contributing to the economy, making money, and then spending it in the local communities and doing whatever they need to do.
Yep.
They're helping.
Not heard it.
But ICE showed up to do another one of their raids, right? Let's get all these people because they're all in one place. They're all at work.
Mm-hmm.
But they were met with about 100 protesters shouting at them, yelling shame, calling them Gestapo, not once becoming violent.
Come on now.
But the presence of these protesters, just the fact that they were there, caused ICE, these big tough ICE agents, right? We're so tough we won't even show our face. We got to cover it with masks.
Do something.
They decided to leave.
You won't.
Now, they did arrest one person. They took one person into custody. They would have, had it not been for the protesters, probably left with dozens more. But here is what was told to reporters by the roofing contractor about the one individual that was taken into custody. He said, quote, "He's a family guy. He's got a baby on the way. He's never even had a speeding ticket that I know of. He goes to church every Sunday and he pays his taxes." basically a good law-abiding citizen. His citizenship status, we don't know about. And I guarantee you, ICE probably doesn't know about it either. I mean, after all, we did find out during their big raid of the Hyundai plant over in Georgia that they actually took people that were green card holders. People that were here 100%.
For those of you who don't know, there was a raid at a Hyundai plant. So, you know, Hyundai, the car company, ICE raided a whole production plant of a car company. They really must not have anything important to do. Child, you better be lucky those immigrants didn't take the cars that were already done. All right, everybody, grab your keys. We about to play some twisted fucking metal up in this motherfucker. You better be lucky they didn't do that shit. Moving on.
Completely legally allowed to work, but they still snatched
by the way, hashtag I am Calypso, and I thank you for playing Twisted Metal, motherfuckers. You better be lucky there wasn't anybody there who had Calypso energy, child. You better be lucky there wasn't nobody with a sweet tooth energy either, or minion energy. Okay, let's roll on. It's a video game, it's a TV show, but it's a post-apocalyptic world. Just think Twisted Metal, the adult version, more adult than the Hunger Games. Moving on.
Them up as well, because it's basically snatch first, ask questions, probably never. So we don't know if this individual was in this country legally or not, but what we do know is that they weren't a criminal. Maybe they committed the misdemeanor offense of crossing the border illegally, but at the same time, they're contributing to the economy, they're contributing to the United States Treasury, they're contributing to their community by actually providing a service that needs to be done, putting on roofs. I would think, you know what? That's probably okay. Yeah, you need to do it the right way, but let's not make a federal case out of this.
Yep.
Let's get you lawyered up. Let's get you going through the right processes and then have you on your way so you can continue to make this country better. That's what those protesters wanted. Those protesters this week made a huge difference. By just being there. Again, there was no violence. There was nothing bad going on. But even their presence was enough to send these ICE agents peeing their pants and fleeing the scene. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be videoed. They don't want to have confrontation. That's the formula. What these protesters did in Rochester, New York this week should be celebrated by everybody in this country. That is the kind of peaceful resistance that we need. And we need more of it. We need it across the country. Protests can make a difference. They just did. We have the proof of it right now, right here in front of our eyes. So don't think for a second that these actions are futile. Don't think that you getting out there can't make a difference, because it can. It did. 2 days ago, we watched it happen. Don't ever forget the lesson from those brave protesters in Rochester. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.
Yes, indeed. And you well damn deserve it, good sir. Thank you, Fair and Balanced. You can catch him there, and he's taking a break from Ring of Fire, but he'll still probably contribute over there as well. A great brother there. I always love his energy. All right. I just saw something that maybe you all do not know about, but we'll get to that here in just a minute. Because child, okay, listen. And I will just show it, and then we will move on. Okay, but we'll get to that toward the end of the show. So yes, indeed, here. So with that being said, I want y'all to watch this. I need a new season of Brat+Judy. Okay, I need to see a new season of Brat+Judy. I need to see a new season of Brat+Judy on WeTV. But in the meantime, between time, y'all listen to this. Roll it.
I went to her hotel that night. And I was tired and she was trying to get me to stay. And I was like, no, I'm not staying here, girl. Because, girl, if I stay here, I'm giving up them drawers. No. I was trying to be a good girl. So she was mad too. She was like, I'm not going to do you nothing. I was like, girl, I'm not worried that you're going to do me something.
Oh, you're nasty. It's the sound effects for me. You're nasty.
Trying to keep it cute, girl. I'm just trying to keep it cute, girl. Don't let me sleep here, girl. Your bodyguard in the suite right over there gonna hear you, girl. Don't let me sleep here, girl. Hey, you know the crazy thing too? When we finally decide, like when I came to Atlanta, I came to Atlanta to visit her. So we finally decided to, sleep in the same hotel room, right? And she was very gracious. So she tries to sleep on the sofa and leave me the whole bed. Aww. Bitch, I didn't come here to sleep by myself. So I carried my ass right over to that sofa.
Oh my God.
And slept on the sofa with her. Girl, I'm not about to sleep. Girl, that's cute. You trying to be a gentlewoman and all, but I need my foot to touch your foot or something. I need my hair follicle right here to touch your hair follicle or something. We got to be touching some kind of way. Like, why is you, girl, don't leave me in this bed by myself. So you telling me when somebody invites you to the hotel room, you going to the hotel room. What you going to the hotel room for? Tell me. I'm not trying to say I was trying to get the goodies. All I'm saying is I was just trying to be next to her. That's all. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I was just trying to be next to her, not far away.
To use a meme from La Renee Creole, welcome to the goodie room. She was trying to get in that goodie room. Them goodie thighs, them goodie walls. Okay, listen. I love Brat and Judy. For those of you who may not know, I did a video one summer, right, when True was born and everything. It's probably one of my best videos ever. I did the thumbnail myself, everything myself, and I even did a prayer for their baby. And I gotta tell you, it's been a minute since I've heard it. It's been a minute since I've heard it, since I've recorded it. But just so beautiful. So y'all, that is the show. Now I'm gonna show this, okay? Now I don't know about all this, okay? I just want to show you this. Y'all see the towel. Shout out to A2. Just there's other things going on in the world, okay? So let's roll on with that. With that being said, let's get back to this. I will say that with Brat and Judy, the reason why I love them so much is because, first of all, they're themselves, right? And if you have not watched Brat+Judy, it's literally the best show on WeTV, besides, Braxton Family Values and the Braxtons. I will say, Judy was, not Judy, but the Brat was on Growing Up Hip Hop. That show has not come back since. But when the Brat started dating, Judy, and their chemistry is so dynamic. I mean, the Brat turns into a blubbering mess anytime Judy gives her anything, and they have a dynamic that I love. So I say that that's my relationship until I get one my damn self. Okay, so actually, let's do this. I'm going to do this because it's been a minute since I have heard that video. So since we have some time, right? And those really are all the destinations. This is a bonus one. Of course, I have some positive news stories for you as well. Let's get to that because it's been a minute. It's been a real long minute since I have heard me do that video. So give me a moment. I gotta go all the way back, child, to that summer. is when they like revealed the photo of the baby and everything. And all right, here it is here. So this was make sure this does that song here. So this is, part of the game for those of you who know. But I'm going to skip ahead here to right here. Okay, here we go. Hey, what up, though? How y'all feeling about this? Your man, your friend, and family member, Braylon Lee here. Everything on this channel is alleged, and in my opinion, for entertainment purposes only. Once again, so I did this thumbnail myself. So as you can see here, let me take this down. So it says here, true legend has been arrived to be seen. First semester is over. You both graduate. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Brat went on to the Brat Andrew went on to the Sherry Shepherd show instead of saying trimester. The Brat says semester, so I said the first semester is over and you both graduate. Kaleido-tastic, hashtag Kaleido-tastic, hashtag enjoy the world, hashtag there's good in the world. So in this video, I actually talked about their baby here. So here we go. Oh, moving forward, I may not be doing as much LAMH content. And I think at this point, I think y'all can see that I can do other topics. For those of you who have watched my Braylon Lee virtual tour lives, we will talk about anything and everything. In the early versions of Braylon Lee's virtual tour live, I would talk about like 5 to 4 media stories that would be not even about the show. But also too, can we do this as well? Just because an intelligent brother can cover a show doesn't mean we gotta question their sexuality, because that's crass, that's tiring, that's just a waste of time. Because somebody were to come for your son for being intelligent, for him being able to bring soul, context, and connection to the world and showcase that the world is bigger than what we go through, you would be in his corner. I'm just saying. With that being said, like, comment, share, and subscribe, everybody. You know what's so interesting? I've never changed. But others have, though. So, of course, all this right here, but I want to get to that prayer that I did for True, because right here, let's see, is this it? That you guys are talking about as destinations, big attractions, and holes in the wall, and just trying to understand why does it matter to us, why doesn't it matter, but most of all, we're just trying to bring some soul to the internet. And I thought that this would be a great destination to wake up to see this morning. Much love to Jessica Harris Dupart, and the Brat+Tat. I love you, queens. I value, I embrace y'all. I've been watching since season 1, and y'all consistently inspire me to know that regardless of where we end up in life, how much we have is not the quantity of the things we have that make us who we are, but it's the quality of energy we give that makes us the best people that we can. Come on. I love you, Jessica Harris Dupart, the Brat+Tat, or Shantae Harris. Love you. And to True Legend, I want to speak to him for a minute. I know he's not going to hear this, but True Legend, I want you to know that you have 2 mamas that love you very much. We live in a society today that is confused, sad, and misplaced. But I want you to know through all of that, there are people who are born that way. And thirsty toxicity. That's who they are. Leave them be. The mama's launch pad was broken the day Rocket was under a recall. They're the launch failure that came out. They weren't a successful launch. Damn! They weren't born as a star in heaven for anybody to care about or to want to see in those stars. I remember why I said that all the time. I still mean those words too now. What you do need to worry about what you do need to embrace and what you do need to receive is that for all the bad that's in the world, True Legend, there is good. There is good. I want to read the daily motivational thought for today for True Legend, because I don't do this normally. Give me a moment. Sorry, y'all, about that. So sorry about that. Let's get back to this, y'all. Like, really? Okay. But listen, we gotta start training people young and let them know that they are kings and queens. We gotta train people young to know that there is bad, but there is good. But most of all, they are here for a purpose, to help people rise up, if for nobody else, for themselves. And that is what they need to focus on, and not let temporary distractions regress them backward, where it's holding them back from their destiny. So, with that being said, let me go to greatday.com. True Legend, this is for you. Jessica Harris Dupart, this is for you. The Brat+Tat, Shantae Harris, this is for you. Kaleidoscope Hair Care Products and Alessia Kaleido, baby. So you guys are included. All the fans of Brat+Judy, and just everybody who is of love, peace, and soul, in the words of Don Cornelius. This is all for you, but mostly this is for True Legend, that beautiful baby boy that is in this world now. Wednesday, August 9th, 2023. Go where purpose leads. Zero in on a purpose for today. Enumerate the ways you intend to make a difference. Bring the adventure to life. Feel exhilaration as you live out the mission you have assigned yourself. Then decide on what you'll do to extend the experience tomorrow. Keep living with purpose, producing benefits for your world and yourself. Give in fully to those aspects of life you care most about. Let meaningful purpose get you going and keep you going. As the minutes fly by, seize upon their fleeting opportunities and transform them into enduring value. Make time your friend by making it your workplace. Purpose takes you to good, fulfilling places, rather. Make the choice to go where it leads. Ralph Morrison. I love you, True Legend. You're gonna be a great king. And you got two mamas that are the cavalry that even God is saying, child, I'm God. But those queens right there, they weren't just rooted with soul. They weren't rooted with faith. They were rooted with a foundation of understanding that they are queens. And that's the energy that's not just needed, that's not just necessary, but that's the energy they needed to be able to give you everything you deserve, because you are that king. That is it for me. That is it for me. This edition of Brayley's Virtual Tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, everybody. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Jesus. I'm gonna try my best. Jesus. To move on. I just hope I can get a fair shot in being seen that I'm trying. There is good in me. Sometimes we just let the bad sometimes we let the badness of a moment. Yes, we do. We let the badness of a moment determine the masterpiece of who somebody is. And I just hope that within time you guys see that there's more to me than what all of this space is. I love you. I value, I embrace you. True legend, you're a king. You're a king, you're a king, you're a king. Don't forget that. The Brat+Judy, love you, queen.
Ooh,
Everybody,
man.
I love you, I value, I embrace you. Bye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day.
Once your home try-on suit arrives.
That was the first time I heard that since I uploaded it, which I uploaded that 2 years ago on August 9th, 2023, and the next day was my birthday. That is crazy. I think that was it. Yeah, I thought I prayed in this. I did, but I meant every word that I said in that. That was just, yeah. So anyway, that video is there. It got 116 views, 13 likes, and yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I really enjoyed doing that. As you can see, the fireworks was always here, y'all. Yes, indeed. So, all right, y'all. As we collect our tears, damn it. As we collect our tears, that was just a bonus for y'all. I meant every single word that I said. And child, it's been so long since I said, but I'll say it. Your mama's launch pad was broken. Thirsty toxicity. Your daddy Rocky was under a recall. Thirsty toxicity. And you were the launch failure that came out of that shit. Child, you couldn't even land among the stars because the stars had standards and requirements you could never reach, child. Listen, let's roll on. It's been so long since I said that. And the funny thing about that too is I said, you guys know I can do other content. I hope in due time that you see more of me, right? And talking about bringing these virtual tour live and what I, did. And I mean, now it's just life has a way of working everything out in your favor. Because now 801,082 total views and 3,247 subscribers later. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. God has spoken. So let the church say amen. Child, let's roll on that. Oh, that prayer, man. That love, that grace, that space. And I still mean that. True as the King. I wish him nothing but love, joy, and positivity for his life. All right, y'all. So some positive news stories, okay? Because we always end the show with some positive news stories. I want to bring these two stories up here. So the first one is from give me a moment, everybody. Now this is really, really big right here. Okay, so here you go. So right here from inside the Magic Rivers of America refilled at Magic Kingdom Park. Water has reappeared in the Rivers of America at Magic Kingdom Park. Crews began draining the waterway around Times Square in July, shortly after both frontier areas officially closed to construct two Cars 2006 themed attractions. Walt Disney World Resort announced this massive change from Kingdom Park over a year ago at D23 Expo 2024. Over the last few months, Disney Park fans have learned about have learned more about the changes coming to Frontierland. The Cars-inspired Piston Peak National Park will be designed to reflect the natural beauty of America's parks and incorporate several existing features, including barrel bridges and parts of Rivers of America. It will feature 2 rides, a thrilling rally race, and a family-friendly attraction. So this is Piston Peak. Has nothing to do with Big Thunder Mountain at all, nor Frontierland. So it's just there just to exist, taking up space. Despite some fan backlash, I would say a lot of fan backlash, really, about the changes, Rivers of America, Times Square, Island, Liberty Square, Riverboat closed permanently on July 7th, 2025. Park have spied Walt Disney Imagineers surveying Times Square Island, attacking props for destruction or archival preservation. Water levels in the Rivers of America have slowly decreased until the waterway was dry. Construction equipment appeared in the riverbed. Crews began removing pieces from the former Liberty Square riverboat tracks. So this was on a track the whole time. So while you're like, oh my God, the riverboat, there's a captain and all that stuff. No, he or she is falling track. It seems that Mother Nature might have a problem with Walt Disney World Resort removing original parts of Frontierland Magic Kingdom Park. According to several Disney parks, yes, heavy rainfall in Central Florida has refilled Rivers of America, likely causing destruction delays for the crews working on Piston Peak National Project. Check out this video from Big Thunder Zach on Twitter. War has been re-added to the Rivers of America. We won. So look. Hey, that's what Mother Nature was saying. And Disney's like, damn. Bob Agnes Bar like, oh, fuck. Damn. Shit. Why? Unfortunately, Magic Kingdom guests won't be able to watch the ongoing construction for long. The scaffolding in the beginning of the video of the tall barricades that will help prevent guests from viewing the former Rivers of America and Times Square Island as demolition begins. Walt Disney World Resort hasn't issued any public statements on issues with Piston Peak National construction at the Magic Kingdom. Eventually, crews will probably install drains and other infrastructure to prevent future water pooling in the area. I think just leave it the way it is. If you guys would have left it the way it was and just updated it where, Kermit's grandfather was a part of the Times Square Island days and then the Muppets now got to take over the island, I think people would actually come over, honestly. But y'all not really that smart because y'all are just creativity. Okay. So this is from the Noble Way here.
Who cares if everybody and their brother sees it? I was shocked. I got so much footage. I couldn't stop filming.
So the Noble Way was surprised because usually Disney would take consideration and have an understanding for making sure that this doesn't break the experience and it's just scaffolding everywhere. Just being lackadaisical. So there is that. So some good news there. And as you guys may or may not know, there is a new roller coaster coming to Universal Studios Hollywood. Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. Okay. And here is an update from Theme Park Obsession. Let's watch him.
Penske is the trusted source for quality used trucks. You can count on Penske for an industry-leading buy.
Let's continue the journey around to the front because there's some updates to talk about there.
Now,
since my last video, a lot of work has been happening near the front entrance here. Of course, we have that beautiful mural that's being painted. It's almost done. Little details keep getting added every single day. And they've been taking down some of the walls too, so we'll get a little closer in just one moment. Here's just another quick look at that mural that's on the front. And then here's your close-up of the marquee entrance to Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift. This is where the queue is going to start. And you can see that crews have been working really quickly.
They'll have the standby line and the Universal Express line too.
On this particular piece, just a couple days ago, was just 2 pieces of steel. And now it's an entire skeleton, and they're starting to put the stucco on it and everything. They're hooking up the electrical because I'm sure there's going to be some signage on the front there. Yeah, it's looking really good. Yeah, here's another look at the mural. It's just so cool how close we can get to the building now that the walls have been taken down. They still have these walls up right here next to the Halloween Horror Nights props, but you can see that they've taken down the ones over here, and now they just have the hedges up here in the front. And they only have a few more letters to paint white, and they'll be done with at least that part of the project. And another good news, they've opened up a new restroom over here. Because remember, when they had the old animal actors and special effects area that used to be here, they had restrooms over at the animal actors stage, so I'm glad they finally replaced those with some new ones. Now, along with the new palm trees that have gone in, they have some gravel that they've put down, and they've glued it down as well, so this is not going anywhere, which is nice. And we can get really close to this side of the building, which is a gift shop, because if you look through the windows, they're already setting the merchandise. So I wouldn't be surprised if in the next month, they open this thing up and just start selling some merchandise. I mean, why not? If people are willing to buy some, I mean, hey, Universal could start paying back the money it cost to build this roller coaster. It's just so nice that all this space has been freed up now.
And look at this. This is the old school Universal logo right there. Oh, that's cool.
And we could easily walk in this area once again. And we can get a really nice view of this. Look at that. They're doing some testing of a full train. This is breaking news. Heck yeah. This is awesome. Yeah, that is a full train right there.
So that's the train.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Now, right here, let me zoom in. Right here, these cars will turn on the track, right, as you're riding this roller coaster. So just want to showcase that there. Okay.
4 cars right there. Boom. Yeah, this is really exciting. I'm glad I walked to the front of the building when I did. It's looking like 4 cars to a train, 16 total riders per train, and they're all camouflaged. Look at that.
That's amazing.
And it looks like right now they're just doing station and maintenance bay testing. They're not going to be doing full layout testing for at least a few more weeks, just because, yeah, they still have to finish the LSM launches like I was talking about earlier. But if they have everything pretty much settled here in the front, in the station and in the maintenance bay, well, this is where they're going to start. And it looks like they've already started. So maybe if we're lucky, I'll catch it moving to and from the maintenance bay and the dual load for a little bit longer, because I want to see it go forward into the maintenance bay. Yeah, I think they're just going to move forward. I don't think they're going to move back. So, let's continue the journey just for 1 second. We have some things to talk about over by the escalator. Let's do that, and then we'll head back over to the building to see if they've made any more movement. Okay, I've made it to the other side, and here is another look inside the station. Remember, this is a dual load station, so it's quite large. But look at that. They have some show lighting that's on. These are all those LED lights that are up on the ceiling. Those are all turned on and ready.
So shout out to Theme Park Obsession. Wanted to show y'all that. With that being said, y'all, that is our show. I'm going to turn off my camera now because we done the whole show for an hour. Yes, we have. Man, what a good show this morning. What a good show. What a good show. Oh, my Lord. So, a lot to talk about today. For sure. A lot to talk about upon today. Like I said, Jason Lee, I think that he should have taken a entertainment role. You know what I mean? I think that probably should have been the case, because it wouldn't have been as many not just financial problems for him, but also it wouldn't be as many potential legal problems for him. I think he probably should have just stood with Hollywood Unlocked and just said, hey, listen, I open up a content creation hub in my hometown, and we'll do a partnership with, the local community college and give people internships and stuff. And, I'll help bring entertainment. I think that partnership will have worked out a lot better for Jason Lee. The Peanuts gang being at Six Flags for the next 5 years. Congratulations to that. Do something with them, damn it. Okay, please and thank you, because you're not doing really anything with DC nor the Looney Tunes like you should be. And the fact that Looney Tunes contract is going to be tied up until 2053 is craziness. Miss Black USA, I get some of your rules, some of them I don't, but in the same token, you guys have produced some great Black women in our country. So shout out to you guys. Kamala Harris. Oh, Lord, that memoir. Oh, Lord, that said a lot, child. So God bless you for it. You definitely will be getting some book sales because everybody loves politics. in some shape, form, or fashion. I can tell you that. Then Kelly Farrell. It looks like the problem, sweetie, might just be. And listen, I believe that Brittany Edie is gaining traction and new fans because of you, honestly. Kanye West having to actually show up to be responsible for something is wonderful. Sincerely, I think that is a great thing. By the way, with what's going on, potentially what could be happening with Memphis. And it's just sad. It's just sad. So Memphis, stand up for sure. It was illegal in California. Hopefully it's illegal in Memphis, and then it will just trickle down everywhere else, okay? Because he needs to be stopped. Then of course the Brat+Judy. That was a funny story about. Listen, I'm not telling you I don't want to sleep with you, but listen. You let me sleep here. You might not have a soul by the time you wake up. Judy got that demon energy, and I ain't mad at her, though. I ain't mad at her at all. And then, of course, getting to hear a throwback video of what I've done too. And then, of course, the Rivers of America. The fact that rain fell into the Rivers of America just said, we don't like this. And then, of course, Fast and Furious, Tokyo Drift. Yes, indeed, there. So a lot going on in the news today, sincerely. By the way, if you missed last night's live, y'all, we had a great time. Just trying to warn the people that one of these two black networks could be ate up by DEI. If you missed it, go back and watch it. I promise you, you'll learn a lot. You'll learn a lot, and you will learn a lot, because Paramount is pursuing a bid of Warner Brothers Discovery. So OWN and BET could both be on the chopping block. So yes, indeed, there. All right, y'all, let's take a little commercial break, and we will be back with more Brainley's Virtual Tour live. Wrap this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground, because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken-ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call the people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
Here you leave today and enter a world of
a world of princesses. A world of villains.
heroes.
Raise your sabers.
A world of other worlds.
A world of all the favorites. A world of throwbacks.
A world of
For whatever you love, infinite worlds await.
Welcome to Universal's Volcano Bay. A new wave of theme park. A new kind of paradise. Here, time doesn't fly. It simply floats by. And when it's your time to ride, you go right to the slide. Yep, paradise works in amazing ways. You're welcome. Volcano Bay. One of 3 amazing theme parks at Universal Orlando Resort.
I'm loving it.
I'm loving y'all right back. Y'all, that's the show. One love, much love, all love to you all for sure. Like I said, I sincerely appreciate each and every single one of you. Like I said, I will keep my, virtual ear to the streets. If there's any updates on the Paramount Warner Brothers merger, I will be talking about it right here, live on the channel. Like I said, tonight at 6 o'clock, I think we just may do a virtual tour, house tour, maybe. Just to kind of chill, just kind of, let loose a little bit, because it's been a week. Okay, but with that being said, one love, much love, all love. I feel love and send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born
to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about, besides lying all the damn.
Good morning, TikTok. Can I have your attention, please? Girl, are you ticking? Are you talking? Because knowledge is knocking. Then I want to talk to you real quick about ignoring a bitch. Oh, there's power in turning the other cheek. Now, I'm going to tell you something. One thing about people that like to throw shade, you don't fight shade with shade. The only thing that overrides and destroys the shade is the sunlight. See, your light gotta be so bright that you keep that bitch where they belong, in the shadows, the dark. The bitch is invisible, and we don't see you, girl. See, you don't go back and forth with a person that's hating on you, because when you do that, you become just like them, a weak bitch. So the next time they mention your name in a status, or your name come up in a conversation, don't respond because you're too high to look that low. We can't go back and forth with people that we can't reach and that's not on our level. We not sitting at the same table eating the same meals.